Today we have a little morning stretch for you, and this will be 15 minutes. And it's nice for a warm up, just if you just woke up or something, or you can do it whenever you want. So we're gonna clasp the hands behind the back, bring it to one side, and we're stretching the neck here and the shoulder. And then we're gonna switch. So bringing the clasped hands to one side, stretching your neck. So now we're going to move into child's pose with the hands clasped behind the back again. And I'm doing a wide-legged child's pose here. So get an extra stretch in the quads and the legs too. And bringing the arms overhead into classic child's pose. And we can roll our shoulders back to just move in a way that makes you feel good. Don't just follow the movements, but really breathe into them and enjoy the moment here. And so now we're gonna, one arm goes under the other arm, stretching the shoulders again. And switching sides. Left arm goes under, stretching the shoulder. Now let's do a little upward dog here. There's different variations, but I'm just stretching the thighs more. And now this is kind of like the frog pose. So we're stretching the inner thighs a lot as well. But do whatever makes you comfortable. And so the top of the feet are now on the mat. And upward dog. And you can also move around in this how you like. Rounding the back into child's pose. And to upward dog. So child's pose. Flowing to upward dog. And then plank and downward dog. First downward dog here, we're just walking out the feet, bringing one arm to the opposite foot for an extra stretch if you like, and switching. You can hold this longer too. It's very nice if you hold it longer. So now we're in downward dog. We're just shifting to each side, getting a feel to where we are. Bringing one foot maybe over the other to get more of a stretch in that one foot. So we're going to hold that for a little bit. And switching sides. And now we'll do something a little different. We're going to move on to the forearms instead. Get more of a deeper stretch into different muscles. So we're going to lift one leg up, but you can stay on your hands as well. We're going to do some circles here. 4 circles, circling the leg. Warming up the outer thighs as well. Bending the foot now. Bringing it back into a sort of wild thing, except we're on the forearm here. We're just reaching with that arm and go back to plank and downward dog again on the forearms, and we're switching sides for 3 circles and 4. And then bending the leg, getting a stretch in the quads and the side body here. Bringing that back. You can sway your arm, whatever feels good. Looking up to the sky. And now a forearm plank here. And now we're going to move down to cobra here, but we're going to extend our arms. And bending the leg. We're going to grab that foot with the same arm, stretching the quad, and do that to the other side. Upward dog again. And child's pose. We can round the back. And now we'll go into a forward fold, standing forward fold. And you can also bend the knees as you please. And you can hold it longer if you'd like as well, reaching one arm up overhead and the other. And then the opposite leg bends and you get really nice stretch there. Now we'll just walk it into downward dog again. And we'll bring the right leg forward into a low lunge. And we'll stretch, and you can open the hip as well if you feel flexible this morning or this time. So you can open your knee to the outside of the mat here, and you can keep your knee down, or you can come up as well for a different, more deep stretch. And reaching the arms up overhead, looking up to the sky, twisting now. So that left shoulder goes on the right thigh. And you can also lift this knee off the mat as well, if you'd like. And we'll do a little twist. So bring the right arm to the left thigh, back. And stepping into a side lunge here. But we're just going to do a little stretch on that side. And then bring it over into this very deep low lunge pose. Or you could just have a side lunge. You can come up like such, whatever you want. Downward dog, and we'll switch sides. So now the left leg comes forward, and we're bringing the knee to the opposite side there. Again, it's more of a stretch to the inner thighs. Just opening and stretching. You can shift front to back as well. And then we're going to bring it up and do the same thing on the other side, reaching the arms up overhead. And do a little twist here. Left arm goes to the right thigh. And twisting now to this side, stretching the right shoulder now. And try not to put pressure in the knee. Try to do it just on the thigh so you don't hurt your knees. And we're just stretching, twisting. Twisting is nice. Now into that very deep lunge, stretching the left hamstring now. And then we're going to switch into that skandasana, or the deep lunge, on the other side now. And what's really nice is to kind of shift like back and forth. We'll do that pretty soon here too. But now we're just holding the stretch. And coming back into that lunge and back into downward dog. Now we're switching to the forward fold. And you can experiment with rounding your back and shoulders and whatnot. You can clasp the hands behind your back once again. And now we're just going to shift side to side. You can go on your forearms like me. It makes it a little bit difficult, more difficult, I think. But you get different stretches, but you can stay on your hands as well. I'm just going to shift side to side. It feels so good. But it doesn't matter how low you can go, really. As long as you're feeling the stretch, then that is good enough. So we'll come up into a forward fold again with the feet together. And you can go really low like me, or you can just keep your hands on the ground or on your thighs if you can't go that far or go that low. And you can bring one arm under one of the legs. This gets a very nice shoulder, upper body stretch as well. So hamstrings and that. But if not, you could just stay in the forward fold, maybe just twist and move around like that. But I'm going to do this because it feels so good. Now into stepping back into downward dog again. Flowing. Do a little chaturanga here. Upward dog with the knees on the mat. Look side to side. There's no rules here. You do what makes you feel good. So, right leg forward into pigeon pose. Stretching the right glutes is so good. One of my favorite stretches for sure. And flexing the feet as well. Then you can move the back leg into this pretzel type of position. Is also a good stretch for your inner thighs too. And twisting different sides, whichever side you feel a good stretch. And now we'll go down into Pigeon Town here. You can bring the knee back as well and get some bonus stretches here. We like that. Bonus quad stretch on the other side while you get a good glute stretch. And we'll switch sides. So now the left leg comes into pigeon. Stretching there for a bit. And then we'll move into that pretzel pose. So bending the other knee into this position and stretching side to side here. Now we'll hold that pigeon pose for a little bit. Come all the way down. Or some people feel a stretch more if they're sitting up as well. So, see what works for you. Bending this right knee now. Stretching the foot and the quads. Yes. Awesome. It feels so good. Now, we're going to go into butterfly pose. Bringing the feet together, stretching the inner thighs. And again, you can go low or not. Whatever makes you have good alignment. Whatever you feel. Now you can extend the feet if you can. And you can move side to side in this. And we'll leave it here in this wide-legged stretch here. It feels so good. So I hope you enjoyed this a little stretch, and be sure to like and subscribe and check out my exclusive content on my site in the description below, and my art and all that shit. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.